Hey, good morning. This is Kevin. I garden in central Wisconsin area, zone 4B or 5A. And today is May 31st, the end of May. Tomorrow is June. I thought I needed to give a garden tour to let everybody know what I got going on this year. So I'm going to power through this, and this will be an unedited video, and we'll try to walk through everything in 20 minutes or so. So here, let me turn the camera on. Okay, here, this is kind of my wildflower area. I got some lupins popping up around here. And then this year I planted some hardy kiwi vines. I got a female there, a male and a female. So two females and a male. I'm going to give it a try, see if I can get something to producing hardy kiwis. I made these tea trellises. The idea is up high enough so where the deer won't be able to eat them. So we'll work on that, see how it goes this year. Over in here, this is my kind of annuals garden. I got Rebecca planted in different beds, 6 varieties. So, but they'll be blooming at different times, though, because I didn't get them all started at the same time. And then in the back over there, I got some Cosmos, a variety called Radiance and Gloria. It's just 2 varieties, so we'll see how that looks with Rebecca blooming. And along this old cable fence post, I got some reed canary grass and Heliospis started. We'll see how that looks. I still got some more canary grass to plant and Heliospis. Eventually I'll get there. I'll walk along over here. I'm working on a new fence gate for this garden area too. I got irrigation going, working here. And here I got some delphiniums. Let's give those a try. And this is Cosmos here that I got started with 6 different varieties of Rudbeckia. I believe it's Autumn Glory, Chimney, Cherokee Sunset, Indian Summer, Prairie Sun, and Sahara. Here are the 6 varieties. This is Miss Kim Lilac. It's smells really good right now. We'll walk over here to the main garden area. I'm gonna go through the woods here, through my oaks. Getting a little bouncy here. Going through the garden here. I'll work my way over to the back side over here and see what I got going on in the vegetable garden this year. I got some different varieties of flowers, some more delphiniums and alliums, and this is a group of painted tongue. I never grown these before. I'll see how that turns out. And this is some zinnias. I can't remember the variety name, and I got some potatoes in this bed here. Some Silverton russets. Back along the side here, I got fall raspberries. They seem to be popping up pretty good. And then here is a bunch of peppers. I believe it's Hatch Legacy green chilies. And I got 6 tomato plants here. And over here in this bed is asparagus and weeds, looks like, along with raspberry plants trying to grow in there. And then this here is my bed of it's a mix of black raspberries and red raspberries growing in here. And then I got a clematis and a couple of rose bushes going down here. They're still young. They're still trying to climb up that trellis eventually. Over in here is this first 6 rows of sweet corn. I have some old parsnips from last year that seemed to make it through the winter in the tiller. These seem to find a way to survive. So anyway, 6 rows of sweet corn. It needs to be thinned out and cleaned up a little bit. And I believe yeah, I gotta clean that up. And then there's a row of glads here on the end of the sweet corn. And then we start some potatoes, 4 rows of potatoes, 2 rows of Silverton russets, and then 1 row of Dakota Pearl, I guess that's the name of it. I've never grown those before. I'll have to see how that turns out. Then there's a row of red New Orleans here, the red potatoes, early potatoes. And then in between there I got 2 rows of melons, Athena, hybrid. The melons are neighbor pleaser. All the neighbors gladly take the melons. And then turn around next is red New Orleans again, and Dakota Pearl, and then 2 rows of Silverton russets. Then here we have some eggplant. There's 4 different varieties in there, and I don't know what the names of those are. We'll have to see how they turn out. Then I have 2 rows of shelling peas. I believe the variety is Green Arrow. They'll grow up this trellis I got here, and should be harvesting them around the 1st of July. Then over in here, it's kind of a weedy area. I got some green beans here. The rabbits been into it. They already ate their share. And then there's a row of parsnips here. They're just starting to pop out of the ground. I got a lot of weeding to do to pick out between the weeds and the parsnips. And then carrots too. Gotta get around all these stakes. Carrots are just starting to come up. They don't look all that great. And then a double row of beets. And they look kind of spotty too. And then a double row of onions here. There's some chives there. Apple trees, and work through these. Then in between a row of tomatoes, 10 tomatoes. And in between that I got spinach, cilantro, and radishes. And they should be done once it gets in July. And I'll clean that up so I have a walking path between these 2 rows of tomatoes. And then over in this row I got tomatillas. I'm going to try growing those this year. And down towards that end is some basil. And I think I put some cilantro in that one spot there. So that being said, the last 6 rows here are peppers. I got lots of different variety of peppers. Some sweet peppers, hot peppers, cayenne peppers. I got more peppers than I know what to do with. And then some try to make some hot sauce and dehydrate peppers for chili powder and that sort of stuff. So then along in the garden flower area, I got some more zinnias and some more of those painted tongue and some more cosmos, and this clematis is putting on some blooms. I don't remember the name of the variety of that. And then this area here is my hibiscus area. I got 5 new plants in here. Last spring, they were all froze out. I had to replant these hibiscus because they didn't make it through the winter. It's supposed to be zone 4, but I guess it got cold enough. They didn't make it. So I put a bunch of new tulips in here, and the tulips are done. We need to clean it up and get these hibiscus growing. And then I got some Shasta daisies in the back there, and then there's another clematis right there. So we're gonna make our way over here, and this is my garlic patch. I got like 100 garlic plants. They seem to be looking pretty good. Be another month, and actually they should start tasseling pretty soon, the way they look. And then I got some irises here, and then this is my hops tower. I got the hops are doing so good this year, but they're on the ropes. They're binding up pretty fast. I think this is going to be last year for the hops. I think I'll do something different in this area because it's all getting really grassy and weedy. I need to just till everything up, get rid of everything, and start over again. It's kind of my bench area and work area here. Got a couple of clematises here. They're going to be blooming here shortly. Here, and then work along this side here. Yeah, just getting weedy everywhere in there. So over here, I got Cheyenne Spirit coneflowers growing in here, and then this is my bat house way up there. I don't see any signs of bats in there this year, but maybe they'll be around yet. And then here I got a couple of habanero plants, pepper plants. I'm not doing so good with those. I don't know if they'll make it. It takes a long growing season, but we'll see what happens if I get something out of them. Anyway, that's about it for this tour. You know, on the deck I got some hanging baskets and that rose, that one climbing rose will be blooming pretty soon. There's some clematises are starting to bloom. Other than that, I think that's about it. We'll see you later this summer when things are blooming. We'll see how things look.